is up, y'all? This is Charlotte, and I'm back in the motherfucking house, and I wanted to talk about the Neffe and Frankie show. Now, I know it's called Neffe and Frankie, but I like to call it the Neffe and Frankie show. And so we're here to talk about that and talking about how Keyshia Cole has distanced herself from the show. Now, somebody in Keyshia Cole's camp heard me out. When I did my last video, I told Keyshia, in order to build up your success, do what's worked for you, do what has always worked for you, and that is putting you and your family together on BET, which was at that time the #1 reality show on BET. Get yourself out there, build your family up. Just don't make it to where you're successful. Build your family up. Okay? Take notes from the Kardashians. Take notes from the Braxtons. Build yourself up. Now, what you have done is done a show. You didn't listen to me all the way. Now, somebody was listening. I don't know if Manny was listening. Keyshia Cole's manager. I don't know who the fuck was missing. Somebody was listening to me when I said come out with their show. But you separated the show. You had Keyshia Cole, The Way It Is, which nobody was really looking at that. And then you have the Frankie and Neffe show, which a lot of people are not looking at that, even though I do find it entertaining somewhat. And, you know, there are exciting elements of the show. But what I thought was very fucked up, when the show first started, Nefeteria, which is Keyshia Cole's sister, didn't even have a place to stay. She said that she had been living in and out of motels for the past 2 years. So now that they're on the show, all of a sudden, oh, now we get a house. Now we're moving in the house. She lost her house. But I find it very funny that Nefeteria, if she's friends with everybody, okay? And all these people are successful. She's getting advice from all these motherfucking successful ass people. Where were these people when your ass didn't have a motherfucking roof over your damn head and you were standing inside a sleazy motel in Atlanta? Living next door to prostitutes and pimps and crackheads and whatever. Okay? Where were all those friends there? That's why I say Nefeteria is she's a little, I don't know. She's a little too trusting for me, okay? So you got that. Then you got Elite, who is trying to come up with a singing career. Keyshia Cole won't even take the motherfucking time to listen to her shit. But even though Keyshia Cole is staying back, she's the executive producer of this motherfucking show, along with her manager. So she's stepping aside. She's not supporting anyone, but she's getting paid off of them. Okay? I mean, this is just crazy. Only cast members on that show, by the way, is Elite and Neffe. So even though it's called the Frankie and Neffe show, Frankie is not even considered a motherfucking cast member on the show. Absolutely fucking crazy. Do what the Kardashians have done. Build everyone up. Look at Tamar. And don't get me wrong, Tamar is not my favorite. And guess what? She ain't her favorite by her sisters. Her sisters can't even stand her ass right now because she has gotten a big head. And she has really taken her success to her head. But what did she do? She found an opportunity during the family show to put her name out there, to act, very flamboyant, to act like a drag queen or a queen. You know how Tamar was acting when she was on the Braxton show the first season. She was just very dramatic. She was giving me a New York flavor of love, just very dramatic. She was and doing what a lot of women do now on reality TV shows, is act like punks. So that was her success, and that's what she did. She rolled with it. Her husband wasn't even trying to hear her make any motherfucking music until she got famous, till she got known. That's when they put her music out. So Tamar didn't wait for her sister to say, hey, let's go, let's do this, let's do that. Tamar made it happen for herself, and that's exactly what I see. And hopefully I see Elite doing. I just don't know if she has a personality as Tamar. And then, she's just not as dramatic. She's just not as, her personality is not as fun. But take note, Elite, this is what you do. If you want some attention, start acting a little over the top. People like it. So make your money. Now I do like what Elite is doing. She is trying to make her money, and she's doing it on her own. She's not trying to get advice, from and let people talk in her heads and blah 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 blah, like Neffe. Now, getting on Keyshia Cole's ass. Take note. Don't separate this shit. Do it together. Now, what I do want you guys to do is look at, or listen to rather, the clip where Lunel, who is a comedian, was meeting up with Frankie, but she's meeting up with Neffe and Elite, which is Keyshia Cole's other sister. She's meeting up with them to talk about Frankie and how
it did not go well. I have no room to throw any stones here. I've been through a lot myself. I've done time, I've done the liquor, the drugs, the men, the everything like that. So I'm not being judgmental in any way. She got huge, no longer sweep under the rug of bowl issues. Guess who asked me about you, big son? There was a huge stench of liquor, alcohol on not just her breath, but when you around people and it's like coming out your pores, and she wasn't able to focus. Absolutely a straitjacket.
Okay, no. We will not put Mom in a straitjacket.
Well, you can put her in a straitjacket, or you can put her in a casket. Because this is where you're going.
Now, this is someone from the outside telling y'all, look, y'all mother's been to prison. She's been through counseling. She's been through this. She's had fame. She's did it all. She's been in trouble a million times. And she still goes on this track of addiction. She still goes on this track of using crack. And she just told them the real. And Keyshia Cole said, instead of me dealing with that shit, instead of me dealing with anything, I'm not fucking with y'all. And another person that Keyshia Cole's not fucking with was her best friend, Ronique, or however the fuck you pronounce her name, Ronique Marshall. She doesn't fuck with her either. And so now Ronique is fucking with Neffe's husband, and they're business partners, but then it's just fucking stupid. That's why I'm saying Neffe is a little too motherfucking friendly for me. She's a nice. I really do get that she's a nice person. She's a little too nice. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, in the show, okay, they had a situation where Ronique is not only is she business partners with Neffe's husband Solo, but she's calling him all the time at night. She's calling him at 3 a.m. She's calling him at, in the morning. She's calling him in, afternoon. She's always fucking calling him. And they not talking about business. So Neffe is a little upset. She's a little pissed off about it. And so she kind of blows up with the girl. But the girl, and what I didn't get, she's motherfucking crying. And she's upset because Neffe say, hey, stop talking to my motherfucking husband, calling him all time of night. Y'all not talking about business. Stop. Don't communicate with him unless you're talking about motherfucking business. And the girl starts crying like, well, I can't help you. I can't talk to him. And she's crying. Like, that's a red flag. That is a red flag. Let y'all listen to this shit. And we'll be right back.
How you feel? That's still my husband. It's a respect factor. Well, you take it up with him. Because at the end of the day, I've been taking it up with you. I've been here for this family since day one. Yes, you have. Y'all not had nobody even came to the store. I'm hurt. Because I've been loyal since day one.
Never be on the phone with your husband at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, whether he called me at night and talked about your relationship or not. Y'all don't always be talking about business.
You're right. We don't.
What?
It's sad that you feel like I can't give you guys the advice you need because I know you.
Hold up.
And that's
Hold
all
up.
you say, Ronique. You know her more than anybody.
Ronique, listen. As a respect factor, if y'all about business, don't make it personal anymore. Is that a problem?
No, it's not a problem.
That's all I'm asking.
Do y'all see what I'm saying? Now I'm starting to figure out why Keyshia Cole don't fuck with this bitch, because she just disrespectful to the next level. Somebody tell you to stop, you want to cry and try to defend yourself on calling someone's husband at 3 a.m. That don't even. Rodney, sit down, calm your hot ass down. I know why Keyshia Cole don't fuck with your ass. Okay. But what my message would be and this is my message for the whole family, and I'm gonna go one by one, and I'm gonna start off with Neffe. Neffe, please have a backbone for yourself. Don't always rely on someone's opinion. Everyone is not there for your benefit. Everybody does not want to see you successful. Everyone does not care that you are coming out with a pajama line. So that is not up to you to show everybody, because everybody is not excited for you. Okay? If they were so influential in your life, you would have not been in a motel for 2 motherfucking years. So you need to get it together, Neffe. To Elite, this message is for Elite. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep trying to put out your music. But I will let you know, and I know this, hey, the Frankie and Neffe show has already, they've already taped the show. That's already done. So this would be my message to you for next season. You need to come out and you need to be a little more exciting. You need to be more vibrant. You need to take over the show. And take a note from Tamar. If you have to be that cuckoo crazy muffet bitch, be that bitch. But as of now, you have to build your name. And if that means you acting a little cuckoo, a little crazy, a little off the chain, a little over the top, something that keeps people's interest. Because and let me say this, I didn't like when you met up with the guy who was kind of dressed like a pimp. He had the pimp cane. I didn't like the fact that he called you a food court queen, because that was wrong. He could have addressed himself much more professional than he did, because all he was trying to do was make you look like a goddamn fool. And so know that, okay? And yes, it does mean being different, because a lot of people can sing. But this is my path for you to be different. If y'all tape another Frankie and Neffe show, make sure that you're more dramatic. Make sure you're more entertaining. Make sure you're more likable. There's a reason why they still call the show the Frankie and Neffe show, even though the cast members are Neffe and Elite. Frankie's not a cast member, but they still have her name on that show. You know why? Because Frankie draws interest. And right now, Elite, you're not drawing interest. But I would say I do believe that you are a go-getter. And that's why I'm giving you this advice. Because Keyshia Cole hadn't gave you the advice. Keyshia Cole manager hadn't gave you the advice, because you hadn't even played your music for Keyshia, which is totally fucked up. Okay? I mean, this shit just pisses me off. And my last person, Keyshia Cole. You do not get it. You got it with putting those shows back on BET. We congratulate you for that. Round of applause. However, you're getting a round of boos because you're not putting your family on like you're supposed to, Keyshia. You haven't got your shit together after your success. And what you came out and said, I put out some bullshit music. You've said this because I wasn't hungry enough. I wasn't going through the stuff. I didn't have the passion, the will, the desire to make music, to make it good, to put my soul in it. I was just putting out some bullshit music. You got to keep it moving, Keyshia. And at the end of the day, you can't push your family away. Having your sister in and out of motels, you need to grow up and work your shit out. It's about building the money together, Keyshia. Because guess what? Your time might have already passed. I don't know if it's passed. I hope it hasn't passed because I think you have a wonderful voice. But I will say, looking at the Braxtons, we see it very clear that Tony's time has passed. The torch has been moved over to Tamar. In the meanwhile, Tony is still getting paid because she is still on the show. Yes, Tony made a way for her sister. And yes, now her sister has the big head. But at the end of the day, Tony is still part of that show. And they're still making money. They don't get along either. In fact, none of her sisters get along with Tamar. But for the sake of them all making money on their show, they keep the show together. They can't stand Tamar's attitude because Tamar is a fucking bitch now. And when you call her ass out or when you talk about her ass, she's a crybaby. But they understand that if we're not in it all together, we're not all in it making money together. And that's what you need to do, Keyshia. Stop being selfish. Wake up. Because sooner or later, you're going to block out all the blessings for all of your family, including yourself. So you need to stop that, Keyshia. Stop it. Stop it. Damn it. Let me know what the fuck y'all think. Let me know. And if you have not checked out the show, which I'm sure most of y'all haven't because, you know, the show hasn't been getting the ratings that, like I said, this is not the formula for success, but the show hasn't been getting the ratings. But it is pretty entertaining. Let me know what you think about it. It is on BET On Demand. Okay, Frankie and Neffe show, so you can catch up and see what the fuck is going on. And let me know what you think about the ratchet shit. I'm out, y'all.